Peace. This is King Noble, BlackSupremacy.com. And with this particular video, I want to talk about Brother Phil from The Advice Show. I want to break my silence on this issue. Recently, they saying that this brother, he's being exposed for having a white wife. They saying that he's a hypocrite or a contradiction, or this is some type of grand issue that he has a white wife. Now, this is alleged because I look at this woman. She looks Native American, possibly Hispanic, or to some degree. I don't know. Maybe she is white. She don't come across to me as being white initially. If she is white, she seems to be mixed in with something else, but that's neither here nor there. They're alleging that he has a white wife, as you can see in the picture that's on your screen right now. What do I think about this? Well, first of all, Phil from The Advice Show was just exposing a very militant black brother out of Texas. I won't mention his name because that will keep the issues going and I don't want to keep giving energy to it. But that was a brother who's very outspoken on a lot of issues, very defensive of the black nation out in Texas, that Phil decided to, use his platform to expose this brother and allegedly bring him to justice. He was saying that this brother was a con artist or a scam artist or scamming people out of their money, and he felt the need to use his platform to expose this person. Now, I have nothing wrong with exposés, but when exposés are turning your people over to the enemy, to the white man, to the criminal justice system through your expose, if you're trying to turn them over to the white man, then I have a problem with that kind of an expose. But I think this is can come home to roost type of expose type thing. It's like you keep exposing people as being frauds and con artists. Well, eventually somebody's going to look at you and try to expose you as being a fraud and a con artist, because that's what they do. That's just what they do. So they're saying you're a fraud and a con artist, Phil, because you got a white wife and you seem to be so pro-black to some capacity, a sense of black pride, or and you got this white woman sitting up here. They're calling you a fraud, a con artist, and a scam artist. So while you're trying to expose this other black militant brother as being a fraud and a scam artist, it came back to haunt you, and now they're exposing you as being a fraud, a con, that in love with the white woman, while you pretend to be on the front line and on the side of the black race. What's my point in saying all that is that these exposés we do on each other, it doesn't really lead anywhere. It just keeps us kind of going in on each other, kind of crabs in a bucket, kind of capitalizing off each other's downfall, or trying to be right on how each one of us really ain't nothing and none of this is real. We're really just kind of destroying our own conscious reality. We're destroying our own black power paradigm with these types of exposés. But let me give my thoughts on Phil. Me personally, I don't give a goddamn who his wife is, what his sexual orientation is, what his sexual preference is. If he's standing up on the side of black people, he should be defended, and we should be proud to have him, even though being with a white woman, not be lost to acknowledge himself, not forget who he is, because he's on the side of the white woman, because he got a white woman on his side. Just because he got a white woman on his side doesn't mean he need to put his race to the side. And clearly Phil have not doing that. He has not done that because he's been very outspoken on issues concerning black people, dealing with police brutality and just overall injustice. He's used his platform to defend the black race and make us conscious and aware of certain issues that are relevant to our struggle for freedom, justice, and liberation. Some of you got the blackest of blackest wives on the earth, and you could give a goddamn about your people. You could give a goddamn about your race. The type of wife you got don't have nothing to do with how you are willing to stand up as a man for your people. How you willing to put it on the line and stand up for your race. You ain't gonna get to heaven because of what kind of wife you got. The ancestors are gonna not accept you because of the type of wife you chose, or your sexual preference, or your sexual orientation. They want to know, did you stand up for what is right when it comes to your people? Did you stand up for your nation? Was you outspoken? Did you have courage? Did you have the willingness and determination to be effective and impact the conscious state and the condition of your people? And I think Phil of the Advice Show has done that. He has done that. He's been very outspoken and very brave and very strong-minded in dealing with these particular issues. It doesn't matter what type of wife he got. That's his wife. He got to sleep with her. That's his bed. That's his household. That's his home. What they got to do with me? But to know that regardless of what's going on in his household, in his home, that he's willing to stand up for black people in a time where we need to be stood up for, where there's no long line around the corner of a list of people who want to use their platforms to speak up for black people because they're more concerned about getting AdSense and somehow making some type of money on the internet or social media, that they would dare not jeopardize their platform to speak up for black people. And you got somebody going to do that, and then you're going to go ahead and discredit them because of the type of woman they sleep with or their preference or their sexual orientation. You a goddamn fool. You a damn fool if you would discredit this brother because of the type of wife he got. We need as many black men to stand up in this time for black people as we possibly can. And when we find that they will and that they are, we should defend them. And we should not keep throwing the game away based on these technicalities. Because that's all it is. It's a technicality. We keep throwing the game away based on a technicality and playing directly into the hands of our enemies. If he's going to stand up and use his platform, which I've seen with my own eyes, I have evidence of that. I haven't did a DNA blood test of his wife. I don't have any evidence of that. But I have evidence of him using his platform to stand up for black people. And if he's willing to do that, he literally deserves to be defended by the same race that he chooses to defend every day and not be discredited for the work he put in because of the type of wife he got. You all are some damn idiots, man. I hope the brother keep doing what he's doing and is not disturbed by this ignorance, this divide and conquer, separatist mindset that exists within our community, this self-hatred that we have. I hope that his works are not disturbed and he goes even harder than he went before. It's King Noble Black Supremacy signing out. Join my website, www.kingnoblepblacksupremacy.com.